go.
3, 2, 1.
Hello, 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 everybody. My name is Mike G, and welcome to the weekly broadcast for Sugar Hump, For Life, and Route 5. That's a lot, right? Because we got a lot going on. But check it out. Y'all in for a good show again this week. We got a very special guest that we're going to bring on. And at this time, what I like to do is bring on two of my partners. Let's go take this a little further, a little higher. But first, I want to let you know that we are For Life. We are Route 5 Records, Route 5 Studios, and we are introducing the original sounds of gospel funk. What is gospel funk? Gospel music with a funky beat, plain and simple. And like right now, I'd like to present Mr. Robert Humphrey Jr. and Sugar Ray Smith.
What's up, brother?
Yes.
Come on in, come on in.
Good afternoon, TV
Hello,
world.
everybody.
How you doing? I'm Robert Humphrey Jr.
And I'm Sugar Ray Smith.
We'd like to thank you all for tuning in for our weekly broadcast. We'd like to give my brother here, Mike G, a round of applause.
Oh, two guys.
Always doing a fantastic job. We got two special people in the house this evening. You know, we got one that's behind the scene. We won't bring her out today, but we have a very interesting guest for you. The guest is one of the guys that you're gonna you already know him, but you're gonna love him even when you hear him speak out of his mouth. Ray, can you do me a favor, give them an update on Sugar Hump projects we're working on, talk about our single and things of that nature,
Well,
please,
we're
sir.
in the current process of doing singles on some of the Sugar Hump artists that we have. We have a brand new single out. Sugar Hump has a brand new single out called Put Your Hands Up. And everybody's going to love that. It's hot. It's hot. It's fresh. It's fresh. So look for a lot of new music coming up here in the next few weeks from Sugar Hump, from various artists that we're working with. And there's always something going on with us.
Right on.
That's right.
Thank you. We'd like to let you know that we can be reached through our Gmail, which is sugarhumpllc@gmail.com. That's SUGAHUMPLLC@gmail. Hit us up. Let us know what you think. You got any suggestions or some things you'd like to see? Shoot us the email. We also are in the process of getting prepared for a few shows. We're going to be For Life, and Sugar Hump will be part of the Richmond Symphony Festival, Fall Festival in Chimborazo Park. You know,
Right, that's right.
which will
big, that's
be,
huge.
yeah, it's real huge. It's May 6th, 7th, and 8th. We will probably be playing jazz on that Saturday, which is the 7th, and then you can hear live Put Your Hands Up, performed by yours truly.
That's right.
Robert Humphrey and Sugar Ray Smith, all right?
That's right.
All right, so make sure you keep that date available on your calendar. Mike, anything you want to hit them with? You want to hit them with some contacts before we move on?
Contact information. If you want to give us a call, you can give us a call at 804-888-4762. That's the right one.
Ah, you got it right.
Get it right?
Yes.
And for email, if you want to send us an email, you're local and you're looking to get some studio time, you want to get some music produced by these two guys right here, I'm telling you, if you want a banger, if you want a hit, email these two guys right here. If you need some beats, holler at me. But anyway, the email address you can hit us up at is 4liferecordsinc@gmail.com, and that's the number 4liferecordsinc@gmail.com.
All right, now you heard it. So do what you got to do. We want to send a special shout out today to all of the sick and shut in under the sound of our voices. I'm not going to name everyone, but just all of the sick and shut in. You know who you are. We are praying for you. And we're going to ask you guys to keep us in prayer because we disperse a lot of energy. You know, it's not easy to get out here every week and to do what you do and to live your everyday life. So it's a challenge, but to God be the glory.
That's right.
We are not looking for any bragging rights or any props, but we will be feeding the less fortunate this Saturday at 10 a.m. once again at Marble Park. Like I said, we only put that out there so you can let someone know. If you see someone on the corner or you see someone standing outside of 7-Eleven or whatever, just say, hey, they'll be feeding some people out there on Saturday, okay? Just let them know. And once again, To God be the glory. You want to
That's
add
right.
something there, brother?
No, I'm ready to get started.
Ready to get started?
I'm ready to get started with our guest.
With this fantastic guest we got?
Yes, sir.
We got the man, y'all, this time. I know we say that a lot, but this time it's really true.
It's good.
Mike G, give me a drum roll, man. Let's get that drum roll. Ladies and gentlemen, all around the world, Richmond, Virginia, we'd like to welcome to the Sugar Hump for Life VaFlavorTV show, the one and only, our producer, Mr. MC.J. Love. Come on, jump in here, big brother.
That ain't so.
Yeah, it's so, brother. Yeah,
How you
yes,
doing,
sir.
man?
Yes,
How you
sir.
doing, brother?
Yes, brother. All right,
Mike G.
all right.
Okay, good young lady.
All right, everybody. This is the one and only, the man, Mr. J Love. And before I keep on with anything, I'm gonna let Ray do a little talking about him right now. Ray, tell us something, Ray.
You're out front now, Jay. You're not behind the scenes, man. We got right here on the couch, my man.
I'm proud of you guys, so I come on for you guys, man. Cause y'all come through for me, so you got me up against the wall. I had to step out.
Jay, I just want to know, when did you get started? What put you in this direction?
High school, I used to love DJs and rockin' parties.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought when I grew up, I'm gonna be a DJ.
Okay.
And then I became a DJ. It was easy enough. And then I didn't like the clubs.
Okay.
But I liked the money.
Uh-huh.
And too many people were asking questions. Like, I can't be 2-3 places at one time.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed other DJs.
Mm-hmm.
So I shared it with other people. And we became a team. And to this day, X number of years later, we still a team.
All right.
And that's what it's about.
Okay.
I haven't experienced anything like that, you know, that team bonding, until I met you guys some 40 years later. You know?
Right.
And I know y'all have me on to try to talk about me, but I have federal license, corporations. I'm 100% validated. And most people know that. They need to know it. What I wanted to do when I got the text was I wanted to come on and tell people about you guys.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
that's what
Okay, well,
I
that's
felt
coming.
was important.
That's coming.
That's what I felt was important.
That's coming. Well, I'm gonna jump in. That's really generous and nice of him. But see, like my partner said, he's always behind the scene. Even right now, we had to bring in someone to man the controls because he's usually handling the controls. So you know, he's very modest. He's always behind the scene. He's not one for a lot of props and pats on the back. So I'm honored. I know Ray is, Mike, to have him to even take time out to do this because I mean, you try to get him to do it. That's gonna be a job.
Can't even pay me.
Yeah. So we are honored. So with that said, we'll get to us next time. But right now, Jay, what I would like for you to do, you said high school. Okay, can you just name a few of the people, artists, and things that you have worked with or has been in your studios or you have done some things for? Just a few.
It would be easier to exclude people than it would be to include. We've been doing this a long time.
But you work with some great ones, and I want them to know, man.
Hey, you guys.
Okay, well, we take that.
I'm not going backwards, I'm going forward.
Okay.
Sugar Ray, Robert Humphrey, For Life, Route 5, Mike G, the super drummer. That's where I'm at now.
Okay.
And we going forward. But a lot of recording artists, actors, comedians, they all come through.
Mm-hmm.
They all come through, man. I've been in this business so long. If I start naming names, I'm gonna forget somebody, and then somebody gonna be upset.
Okay.
But I like to think I've received tremendous support, and I've always been right here in Richmond.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting.
You know.
Okay. Well, what I want them to know is my experiences with you. You're always extending your hand to help others, but they don't know how to receive it. And let me break that down. What I mean by that is they don't follow up. They don't come through. It's like we cry so much about an opportunity to do things, and then you provide that opportunity, and you open your door, and then people don't walk through it.
Right there. I understand exactly what you're saying. What I've discovered is that I don't want Joe Blow or anybody just to walk in here because they woke up one day and say, I want to be a this, I want to be a that. No, please respect me more than that. What I try to do is watch people, listen to them, interact with them, and see what kind of momentum that they already have going. What are they doing already? And then all I do is try to enhance that, which enhances me because I don't mind helping somebody who helping themselves.
Okay.
But I'm not trying to carry anybody.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I have my own responsibilities in the area. So when I see people that's doing things, I'm like an innovator. I can see down the road.
Okay.
And when I see people busy doing what they do, with or without J Love, man, I'm in there.
Okay.
And when I'm in there, I'm 100% in there. We're going to go through the rough curves like a relationship. We're going to have our difficult moments.
Right.
You're going to stab me, I'm going to stab you back. But all of that's a part of growth and development.
Right.
You know, as a musician, how hard is it to keep a band together?
Yeah.
How hard is it?
Yeah.
I used to deal with bands. And every time I want to do something with a band, I got to go to the pawn shop and get the instruments. And no, it's not. I'm telling you, it's real.
Yeah, he's speaking truth.
And I got to go get the instruments out of honk.
Okay.
Probably pick them all up and get them to the practices, get them to the this and that. And then at the gig, they want to get paid.
So basically, Jay, you just find people that are more better prepared coming into the situation. You know, a lot of people aren't as they're not. They think they're ready. They never get themselves prepared for the situation. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Earlier in the show, he said, despite everything, I maintain my household and help my family, I still do this. And that's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
This is not an exception to the rule, it's inclusive.
Okay.
It's all a part of life. It's where your passion lies. You make time for the things that you want to do.
Got you. And one thing I like to say, yeah, you don't want anybody coming through your doors, but when you see potential, you reach out.
I'll go find them.
Right. You reach
If
out.
I hear, because I'm in the loop and I talk to people about different things, and if I hear about people, I'll reach out to them.
Now, I want to put this out there, and I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I'm going to do it anyway. We're going to feed people Saturday, and I said for life, Route 5, Sugar Hump, but also J Love. I got to let it be known that he is a part of that. He's the big hand in that, and I believe in giving proper where it's due. You know, you can push us out there all day and everything. Our time is coming, but you are a legend in this town. We had Larry Bland on. You go at the beginning of the month for Black History Month. You're part of Black History Month. Tell us a little bit about the changes you've seen from when you first started with the system, without getting too raw now, because you get raw, to now, if you don't.
Well, basically to sum it up, from my point of view, that's just my point of view as a people. Older people have the technique, they don't have to drive. They have the know-how, they just don't have their spirits dead. Young people have the energy and no guidance. Now, that's exactly what I see without getting raw. So you got a lot of young people that's got a whole lot of energy and no guidance. And you got older people with all the knowledge and no motivation. They obsessed by the bills, by the job, by the relationships, by the club, by the social life, by what people look like, what's hot today and cold tomorrow,
Okay.
Silly stuff. When in essence, it's man to man. You can't deal with a person that got something because he got something. Because what you bring to the table. Because the same guy that's up today could be down tomorrow, and the guy that's down today could be up tomorrow. So what happens is you got to deal with people where they are, and respect them as an individual for where they are, and meet them right there. And then if I got all this money, what I need y'all for if you ain't bringing nothing to the table? That's the quickest way for me to lose my money. I mean, it's real, and it's so simple. So with the interns and stuff that occasionally come through here, what I do is they got energy. So I try to subtly get them guidance. Not tell them they should this, tell them they should that, but just sort of fatherly, unclely, get them guidance. And they're starving for it.
So in other words, you seen a pattern.
Yes.
It's a pattern. Okay, but now what I'm asking too as well is like, far as like freedom now, because you came up, the early 50s, the 60s, and being Black History Month, you saw a little bit of like restraints.
We knew we had problems. Today we still got the same problems. People don't know it.
Okay.
Because they think about other stuff. That's what I'm saying in a nutshell. So we worse now than then. Because at least then we knew our situation and we were conscious-minded of it. Now we're distracted.
Okay.
So you could think you're doing great and be in a horrible situation.
So what do you think is the solution? What is the
Don't you? That's really not like that. I'll tell you.
What do you think, Jerry, is the solution?
You can step off a little bit. Go on a little bit. Just a little bit, Jay.
All right. If me and you don't get along, and there's no way we possible that me and you will get along, why do we be around each other? We need to separate.
Okay.
We need to separate. And then you do your thing, I do my thing, and maybe down the road, as we grow individually, we can come together. But we never going to expect each other. History is not going to allow that to happen as long as we're together. Because it's a stigma associated with it, it's bitterness associated, it's too many variables involved. We need to distance ourselves. That's what I say.
Okay. Now, I want to move forward with this. You've been in Richmond for umpteen years. You've been doing this for umpteen years. You've just given us an overview on what the problem is, somewhat of how it can be fixed. Okay, where do you see this in the next 4 years?
It's headed for an explosion. I hate to say it, but it's true.
Break it down for
It
me.
may not take 4 years. Some of our so-called leaders or people who represent us to the people, it's on a collision course. It's on a collision course.
Okay. Now, you've had the opportunity to work close with the city council, the representatives, the general assembly and things. So you're giving us a bit of knowledge that you've seen, that's transforming before your eyes.
It's on a collision course. It's gonna come a time where frustration gonna override and emotions gonna explode, and then you got chaos.
Well, on a personal level, I would like to just briefly touch on, I wish that we would support each other more. We don't do a lot of that. You know,
All we need is each other.
yeah, but we
don't need
don't
nobody to give us
do that.
nothing but space.
We're not quick to respond. I have posted a few times in the past. You know, we got so many people out there that's in this business or in a business period, trying to make it and want to make it, but the selfishness of the persons, they don't believe in hitting the like button for your work, but they want the world to hit the like button. I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Well, they call that crab mentality that
Yeah, that's
everybody's
the crab
been
in the
talking
barrel.
about.
You know,
And that goes way back. That's
Started with the apple pie in the
and
window.
it's being fed. It's being fed constantly. It's being fed more than we can counter it. Through the media, through propaganda, through materialistic stuff. There's no way we'll ever override like that.
Well, guys, check this though. Okay.
Your enemy, your real enemy, is not the enemy that you can identify. It's the enemy that look like you.
I got you. Now, this is what I deal with too, and this is to our social media personalities and everybody. You know, help everybody. It's not about the ones that have made it. What I get, I don't understand. A lot of times, if someone has already made it, then we are still continually trying to ride their coattail, blow them up. D'Angelo won a Grammy the other night, and that's my peeps. I love you, brother, and I'm proud of you. Congratulations. But you got some other people here in the city that need that chance, need that break, need that. We had Young Prince on the show. Reach out. I'm soliciting to everyone out there that has made it, or if you have your own TV show, your own radio show, you got your community program or what have you, reach out. Not just to the ones that have made it, but reach out to the ones that have made it. Be an example for your kids, to your kids, on how to give back.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and it's strange you would say that, because they asked me the same thing. And I said, hey, listen, people at the top don't never look down because they're scared they're going to end up down there. So the way that if you want help from the people at the top, what you have to do is get your momentum going. And believe me, they know this momentum. Everybody want to be associated with a winner. And a winner is not money, because money come and go, believe me.
That's right.
And a winner is in here. It's inside of you.
That's right.
So I don't care what your circumstances is. If you're a winner, you're going to overcome that. So you have to see people positive energy. The guy upstairs told me, he said, man, I feed on positive energy. And I said, that's a good way to put it. If you feel positive energy, give back positive energy. One of the greatest feelings I ever had in my life, man. Despite all the different things that people do, it'll come. Despite all the different things that people do with substances or alcohol or sex or whatever vice they might use to make them feel better. Helping other people make me feel better. It's a unique feeling. It's some
that's
in your soul that just...
That is one of the most positive things. The matter of fact, you saying that, Jay, is I've done a lot of music for people who were just looking to try to get their ideas out.
Right.
I've donated a lot of my time and many hours working on music for people that all they wanted was someone to just take the time to work for them.
And that's a good feeling.
But it also gave me momentum because, sometimes it's easy to sit back and you can say, man, I just wish, this, or I wish that, I want to do this. The best way to do it is just to get out there and jump. You have to jump. You're never going to get anywhere standing there.
Leap of faith.
You got to take a leap, and whatever you can do to get that momentum started is what you need to do.
And it comes in little pieces. There's no great from right here to success. You're just on a course that's an ongoing life course. And you're constantly chipping away at it and moving forward. By the time you get there, you won't even be thinking about wealth or fame or anything. You'll be busy.
No.
And the busyness will give you satisfaction.
Okay. Now,
I ain't come on the show to preach.
No, you're fine. You're fine. That's why we
right.
had you. That's why we want you to be a guest. Now, this is one of the things I want to put out there. With all of that said, and we kind of touched bases on a few issues here, I would like for you to let the people know some of the things, if you don't mind, that you got going on other than producing shows such as the Sugar Hump Show for Life Show, but some of the things that you're doing just in the community as a whole.
Well, I try to be a voice for the people who don't have a voice. I have a lot of programs that I try to co-op with existing organizations to sort of fine-tune them. They get the job done. Forget all the politics and all the other nonsense and the bickering. Just get the job done. Don't lose the focus. So if I say, hey, I go to Republicans and I say, hey, we want $10,000 because we want to do this and do this and do that, we have to do that because they give you that money, they still looking.
Right.
You might intend to do that, but then as you go down the road, something else come up, so you deter from your course. That's a violation of your contract with them. You understand what I'm saying? People don't focus. They too easily distracted and knocked off course. That's because they lack confidence. And confidence comes from within yourself and the people around you. So you have the people, that's why I said the energy. You have to have the people around you have to be confident too. They have to believe in them and they have to believe in
that
you.
starts at home.
Yeah, then they have to believe in you. And you take 2 or 3 people that believe that and they'll move them out.
Oh yeah. And that's what we, I find in the community is that those people aren't willing to do that. They're not willing to come together.
They want it done, but they want somebody else to do it.
They want someone else to do it. And
we ain't gonna get in your way.
that.
We ain't gonna help you, but I just don't feel like it. It's always got an excuse. As long as you look for an excuse, you're gonna find one. You spend more time making excuses than if you actually do it and get it over with.
Wow.
I've learned that in life.
Now, what I'm noticing too about you, J Love, you're very humble, but you speak truth. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, he's being real calm and plain right now. He's behaving for the Sugar Hump Show. Trust me, believe. But
I be saber rattling and everything, putting on my beret. I'm gonna keep.
So we're keeping him calm. That's why we got him in the middle. But I just wanted to bring him out this evening to let you all know that he is here. Jay, you want to give them like an email address if you want?
No, what I want to tell them to do is to support movements that you see, support positive people. This brother here is a musician positive. I meet so many people say they can sing because they say they can sing. I said, well, I got some musicians. Hey, you put your stuff down. These guys so good because like the day you walked in just start playing piano.
Right.
I'm like, well, yo, dog, how you do that? So if you can do that, you can hear a tune and put some music to it.
Yeah.
That's what it's that easy, man. Stop looking for people to give you something, and start thinking about what you bring to the table. Get your skills tight.
And you also need some people in the community to reach down to pull us back up. You
The
know what
ones
I'm
that's
saying?
up there ain't
The
looking
ones
down,
that-
so.
I know, but there are people here in this community, you'd be surprised who lives here.
And if
And
they
you'd be
see movement,
surprised.
they will come
And,
and
it's all about you. You have to start it right at home. You have to start with the momentum. You got to believe in yourself, as Jay says. You got to have that confidence. You got to speak confidence in each other.
You
know.
gotta believe.
You gotta believe.
That's what it is. Old people lose their dreams. Older people, they somehow stop chasing their dreams and they get comfortable or they satisfied. And young people want it, man. They just want it, whatever it is. So it's like focused.
Okay, stay with that thought.
Yeah.
We had the young Prince Charles and his father, and we noticed then he had a drive. He had a system like instilled in him where Ray said it has to start at home. Okay, so now give me a little bit of your intake on when Charles was here, based on what he's saying, what we're talking about tonight on the show.
Well, you know, for example, his dad, Charles Senior, grew up. I mean, he grew up around. He instilled that around the home. So you know, young Prince, he grew up around it. He had that. There was a lot of positivity at home. So he picked up on it. He picked up on it, and his dad was very accepting of that. You know, he didn't, you know, whereas like when I grew up, my parents never told me, man, turn that down. What are you doing? You know, go do this. They were always positive, reinforcing what I was doing and the passion. And that's what I was finding out
the
with
support.
him. That support system, that support.
Now, go ahead, Jay.
What happened with Prince Charles' situation is that, young Prince Charles, is he had his stuff together. He was already validated because he'd been busy doing what he do. So when you step to a guy like Chris with Boogie Down Productions and your stuff together, he can't turn a blind eye to you because your stuff together. So he meet the guy, you know, and the guy look at him and say, this guy's stuff together. So he ready to go to the next level because he did his groundwork. You got to do your own groundwork. And so I'm gonna receive you differently than somebody just walking up handing me a CD saying, "Hey man, listen to my stuff. I do this, I do that."
That's right.
You know, that's annoying. But if a guy come to you and say, "Hey man, here's my CD. I do this, I do that," and then the people that brought him here know you and say, "Yeah, he do this," the guy immediately said, "You want to be on the show?"
Right.
He don't question at all whether or not this guy confident to do that.
Right.
Because his past and what he did in the
now
past
where you
speak
are
for
with
him.
this, now we had him on the show a week and a half ago. Prior to that, Jay had him when he was 14, so what?
We used to
maybe,
do tours,
6
man.
years old or something.
Anti-bullying stuff.
Okay,
youth
but what I'm
team
getting at is
matches.
you saw evidence of him receiving what was being put into him.
Yeah, well, me and his father used to
Okay.
be business partners back in the day. We had a couple of clubs around town quietly, you know. And the guy was being groomed then. He showed an interest in his father because Baby Charles was a rapper. Most people might not know that the father used to do music. And all he did was music.
Okay.
And we did other stuff, which is when you say I'm a rapper, but you're in the business, you got a club, you can play your own music in your club.
That's right.
You know, it's like a business,
That's right.
not a hobby. See, a business you get paid for. You know, no, I'm just see people. They got to get the words right, the terminology to understand. In a business, it's something you get paid for. The fad now is young girls, you know, modeling, and so they say, and all this stuff. Sweetheart, if you don't get a check, that's not modeling, that's exhibitionist.
Okay.
You're an exhibitionist. No, but that's real though. But that's real. So call it what it is. Now, if you can transform from an exhibitionist to a paid model, you can do that. If you know that it's a difference. If you don't know it's a difference, I don't know what to tell you. That's something you should have picked up in middle school.
Now, what I've also would like to touch bases on too is we do a radio show.
Oh man.
And the show is really something to tune into. We do that. You want to tell them how to tune in for it?
Yeah, without technical difficulties, and that's my part, I'm working that out, but believe me, it's well worth waiting for. We initially met together with this TV thing, and these guys told me, hey, Jay, we musicians. Well, him I knew about. Him I was learning firsthand from interacting with him. And I was like, okay. And then he said this, and I said this, and then he did it, and I did it, and it was like boom, 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 boom. It was a growth process. Then I met Mike G and the rest of the family, and I was like, and they were all, the energy was all there, and I was like, wow. You get that many black people to get along. No. Remember I said that? We found on that second anniversary now, but that I've been around.
Right.
But I was like, how you get that many black people to get along? I can't even get two of them to agree on that. He come in here with 14 of them all on one accord. I said, okay, that's impressive. Even for me, that's impressive.
Yeah.
You know, so I said, okay, I might can learn something from this guy, man, because my system ain't working. You know, I can't even get 3 women to get along for an hour. You know, so that's where I was at. I said, if I can learn something from them, you're never too old to learn. So I watched. I be watching and listening. I want to know, man. I ain't been able to pull that one off. So okay. And then when I see them all downtown, they all bright and happy and say, hey, I said, Robert and them came out, where you been? They be like, yeah, hey, we know. I was like, okay, just make sure everything all right.
Yeah, but tell them how to get to the link, how to get to that show.
Man, I don't want the people messing with me. Let's get back to the radio show.
Okay, that's what I'm
The radio show is one of the best productions, audio productions, that I've seen, and I've been in radio a long time.
Thank you.
I'm not talking about this corporate stuff that they just throwing at you now to fill some time. I'm talking about, you can tell the time they go into it, the sincerity, the music is great, the acoustics and all of that, man. It looked like something I did, but I can't take the credit because they give it to me already finished. But no, I'm saying, man, from a guy like me, that's impressive.
Thank you.
I've never, in all my years, had anybody hand me anything produced so nicely, man.
Well, we take that, man.
And I know that takes a lot of time and energy to do that.
Yeah.
So with you putting all that time and energy into that, man, I'd be less than a man, any type of man, did not meet you right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So when you step it up, I step it up. You know, if I step it up, I want you to step it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We
That's
end
how
up
you
in a
do it.
whole new plateau.
But there you go.
And then all the people like you talk about that don't click like and stuff, better start clicking like. You know what? Take the page down. Them ain't the people we want to be talking to. No, they had their chance to talk. No, you laugh. I'm serious. Because now they're gonna be a barricade in your way. Because now you're talking about the person that's up here, the person right here.
Okay.
You got to talk to me while I'm down here, and maybe you'll go like that with me. Once I get up here, well, I'm not looking down to see what you're doing down there. You seem comfortable down there. That's why you stayed. I'm telling you, you're laughing, but it's so serious. It's not funny,
true,
man.
I mean,
and it's that simple.
I understand.
You know, you got to cut ties, man. You cannot drag people along with a chain and ball. That mess up your momentum. And when you get tired, who gonna pick up the chain and ball? You know what they all gonna do? Go right back where you got them from. They gonna turn around and go right back where you pulled them from.
Very true.
And you be staying there scratching your head, say, okay, and then you start moving forward again and say, wow.
Well, I want to jump in and say thank you, and we appreciate that. And it's done with Ray and myself, and it's in our Raw 5 studio, and it's what we love to do.
2 o'clock
You know.
Sundays, man. I'm answer your question.
2 o'clock Sundays. Okay, yeah, finally, ladies and gentlemen. 2 o'clock Sundays, and again at 8.
At 8.
But we enjoy doing music. We do what we do. But as Ray has stated earlier, you know, he's given a lot of his time to a lot of people, and they don't look back.
But that's what we do. That's what we
They don't
do.
look back. You know, you wouldn't even know that he helped as many people as he has, because they don't
But they
come out.
know.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah,
They know.
but
They
that's
know.
okay.
Yeah, and it's
It's
fine.
okay.
But
It's
that's
fine.
okay.
Mhm.
That's
Because
all
you know
right.
what? One day they could
Yeah.
easily walk back and say, you know what? I want to thank this guy because nothing happened to
But
me.
that's all right, because you know you do it. That's your passion,
Right.
and you do it from your heart anyway. You're not doing it. You know, I've been doing music. Well, actually, My whole family
People
is
say how old
music.
you are.
No, my whole family is musically inclined, and it chose me. It was just the type of
shows
thing.
you like Charles,
It
okay.
chose me, and I love it. You know, when I listen to the music that I do, it's like I'm listening to it for the first time myself. I'm in amazement. It's like a fellowship from the heavens that comes down, and I'm listening to the music, and I'm going like, wow, did I do that? So, for my satisfaction, whether the masses love it or just two people love it, I still enjoy what I do.
So it's just you and I, huh, brother?
And you
That's
know
exactly.
what? When you listen to it,
That's right.
as an outsider, when you listen to it, you get that same feeling that he describing. If you actually listen to it, it's exciting gospel. It's not that old mundane, you know, running down ritualistic stuff that you go to sleep on and wake me up when you finish type stuff. No, it gets you like, whoa, okay, I feel some new energy here. Wait a minute, what's going on? Now, how you use the energy is up to you, but you get some new energy. To each his own.
Well, like I was saying, we really enjoy it, and Mike G has placed our email out there and phone number, and we are interested in putting some music together for you out there. You know, we want to help. Part of our passion is helping others. We've been blessed with an opportunity to do this show, so we would like to have you as a guest on our show. Our radio show is the same thing. That airs again every Sunday at 2 and 8 p.m. This show airs live, as you can tell, but you can tell friends, hey, I want to get some information, I want to get some knowledge, I want to learn some things, I want to hear what J Love had to say this week, so they can go to YouTube. 30 minutes after this broadcast.
It's on Nikki's Facebook.
You can go to YouTube. And with that said, I want to give my man a round of applause. I'm gonna let him get back to the controls. I want to thank him for coming. Everything that you see, our set, the new set, and as you can see, is improving each week. We're getting there.
We're a work in progress.
Yeah, we're getting
Yes.
there. So it's coming, okay?
You wait and see. I'm telling you, you wait and see and watch the transformation happen.
It's
Right
coming,
before your
E.T., all right?
All right.
And J Love, thank you so much, brother.
All right.
And God bless you.
Y'all gotta help me up a
Keep
little.
on going. Yeah.
I just did that on purpose, man. I had to do it. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, we are three guys coming back. You're three guys. I have to say thank you to the one and only, one of the most kindest, beautiful women in the world, Nicole Humphrey, for working with us. You want to come and show your face? She don't want to show her face today. We'll get her. But we'd like to thank her for taking over the control so J Love could sit with us. Once again, everybody, when you heard that Testify in the background come on, that's our CD. That was a notice telling me to tell you guys, if you haven't heard it, you need to hear it. If you haven't got it, you need to get it. It's Testify. It was #1 for how long?
A year and
1 year.
a month.
Wow.
That's
Number
something.
one.
To God be the glory, everybody.
Right.
You know, to God be the glory. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. We are trying our best to keep you interested. We are motivated.
That's right.
We are all in.
We ain't going nowhere.
We are all in, and we're trying to give you something different. We're trying to give you, some knowledge. We're trying to bring some entertainers on. We're going to bring some politicians on. We're going to have a whole banging roster of guests for 2016 that you will enjoy. Spread the word. It's the Sugar Hump for Life Route 5 weekly broadcast TV show. All right, spread that word. Then you can check us out, check our music out. Because if I must say so, we some bad boys. We put us together. It's really like that. And we want to share it with you guys, okay? So you can check us out. That's the Sugar Hump Radio Show, which airs 2 and 8 p.m. on Sundays. And then if you're blessed, watch Facebook, because every now and then Jay surprises us and boom, it's on there. We got a commercial out there. I've sent it to a few of you guys. Share it. Check out the commercial. And our single, Put Your
Hands Up.
All right. You can see it live when we do it for the Richmond Symphony for the first time live. But for now, I'm Robert Humphrey Jr.
I'm Sugar Ray Smith.
And I'm Mike G.
And we're going to say peace and love and happiness. Good night. Ray, hit him with something. Ray.
Be good to one another out there. Look out for one another.
Mike.
See you next time. Same bat channel.
For